Hello everyone, I'm going to be heading into the Wicked Queen Hidden Arms trial. So for this I am going to go for all missions, which is deal light damage, use no more than 5 items, and no death. And on top of that there are some special missions. I want to do the 12 turns in the Brave Exvius only category. So to do that, this is the team that I got set. Up first is Abigail for our tank. Hat 100% draw attacks, Blizzard Orb for countering and death immunity. Lots of spirit, lots of defense. Decent amount of health. And a decent amount of resist. She's technically full evasion, although that's not going to matter too much as the boss uses accuracy. And we have Melissa. So she is our supporter, Blizzard Orb for her death immunity. Some defense, some spirit. She's just full support, so she's not doing any damage or anything like that. Ibarra, so one of the main damage dealers. Kurosami's Cape for the death immunity. Extra chain boost from Promise and Performer. So in the base, 300 Demon, 300 Human, 350 Insect, 300 limit damage. And then in the shift, same gear. So we got the 300 Demon Human, 350 Insect, 300 limit damage there. Up next is Rick. So I just needed a high Brave XP as damage dealer, and he qualifies. So Cape for his death immunity. In the base, I do have Dragon's Rush and Call of the Wild along with Tyvus' Spirit. We do have 275 Demon, 300 Human, 250 Insect in the base, although he's not going to be doing any damage in the base really, it's just setup stuff. And then his shift, we're mainly LB focused, Kurosami's Cape still. So we're maxed out Demon, Human, Insect, and limit damage. We have Elesperus as our leader and Breaker and Imperils, well mainly the Imperils. But Richt has the same leader skill. Blizzard Orb for her death immunity. I did give her the Dress Sphere as she's going to be bolting chaining with Richt. Try to add a little bit damage to her. $300 Demon, 280 Human, 280 Insect. She does have 300 limit damage as well. And then we're going to take in an Ibarra that is set up for the trial too. So they have Kurosami's Cape for death immunity. In the base, maxed out Demon, Human, Insect, and limit damage. And then in the shift, same gear. Alright, let's jump into this. She's very pleasant, isn't she? Alright, so Melissa's going to go first. We're going to do Sheared, Chronic, and then Dark. Abigail is going to do her regular limit. Elesperus, we're going to do Dance of Hades, Hemomancer's Vengeance, and then just Blood Strike. Richt is going to do his shifted limit this turn. And then both the Ibarras are going to go to the shift. And we're going to do double cleave and a retribution. So we're going to hit Elesperus first, let her cast twice, and then chain everybody else. Alright, Abigail. We're going to drone cover and do both breaks. Melissa. We're going to Minutes of Might. We're going to Curse Control for the better Dark boost. And then we'll do Human Killer on my Ibarra. So in the shift, Richt is going to do his Shining Strike. Elespris is going to do regular limits. Both Ibarras are going to do shifted limits. And we should be able to hit the first threshold. And there it is. Alright, so Abigail, we're going to Magic Cover and double heal. Melissa, we're going to Shared Immunity and Dark and Bar Dark for some mitigation. Elespris this turn is triple Blood Strike. Richt, we're just going to triple on his Determination to Protect. And then both the bars in the shift, triple Cleave. And we'll let them chain up. Do like 1% damage, I think. Yeah, it seems about right. Alright, Abigail. We're going to Magic Cover. Going to toss out a heal. And then her third cast is technically free. I'm going to analyze so I can add it to the book. Melissa. Shared Immunity. Abyssal Blessing. And we're going to just Bar Dark. Elespris is going to do her super this turn, get the better in peril. Richt, Shifted Limit. Both the bars are going to go to the base for the base limit and get their killers. Let's get them chained up. Alright, so we lose Abigail for 2 turns, but she'll still do her tanky stuff, so we're fine there. Melissa is going to super target herself. Elespris, we're going to do our Shield Splitter for the big breaks and double bolting. Richt is going to go to the base, and Tyvis' Spirit. Ibarras are both going to shift. Double Cleave, and a Retribution. Alright, so Elespris goes first. We wait for a single cast, and then chain up the Ibarras. Alright, Melissa. We're gonna Minutes of Might, Seconds of Support, Might Ibarra, and Human Killer on Richt. Richt is gonna shift and do a shifted limit. Alespris, triple bolting. And both Ibarras, shifted limit. Alright, so the goal is to pretty much hit the next threshold. And there it is. Alright, Abigail. Magic cover and both breaks. Melissa. We're gonna Sheared. And Dark and Bar Dark. Alespris is gonna do her regular limit just to extend the field. Richt, we're gonna do Shining Strike. And then triple cleave with both the bars and the shift. Get this chained. Not the best chain. Alright, so Abigail this turn. We're going to drone cover. We're going to do our light damage for the mission. And then we can phase one. Melissa. Shared Immunity. Abyssal Blessing. And Bardark. Alespris is going to do her super. Make sure that we stay at the negative 200. Richt is going to do shifted limits. Both the bars are going to do base limit. We'll get them chained, hopefully deal a little bit of damage. Alright, so Abigail's going to do her super. Melissa's going to do her super and target herself. Alespris, we're going to do Shield Splitter, Sword Splitter, and Blood Strike. Richt goes to the base for Tyvus' Spirit. And both the bars are going to shift. Double Cleave and Retribution. Alright, so again, Alespris, 2 casts, and then we'll start the, well, mainly the first one, before we start the Varus. Alright, so Melissa. Minutes of Might. Seconds of Support for my Ibarra. And Human Killer on Richt. Richt is going to shift for his shifted limits. Alespris, triple bolting. Both Ibarras, shifted limit burst. So we're hoping for some good damage. Alright, so Abigail. We are going to do her Omni cover this turn. We're going to bar fire. And her Magnus for stop resist. Melissa this turn. Curse control. Shared immunity. And Parasol shield. My Ibarra is going to go to the base. We're going to do Wish for stats, Human Killer, and Magnus. Other Ibarra to the base. We're going to have them do Demon Killer, Flash, and Magnus. Alespris. We're going to use our last Shield Splitter. And double bolting. And then for Richt, we're going to do his Latent View, Hope and Trusted, and Determination to Protect. Let them chain a tiny bit. Alright, so Rick does shifted limit. Alespris is going to do triple bolting. Ibarras are going to do shifted limit. See, Abigail can add in triple bolting, and we can just triple bolting with Melissa, seeing we don't have any seconds. Yeah. So front two will bolting. That way we'll get a little bit better chain going here, and hopefully do 5%. There we go, 12 turns. Take a look at damage. So the guest got a little bit more damage than me. Not too bad. Rick doing pretty decent himself. Alespris, a little low, but that was a given considering her modifiers. But there's all missions, plus we did Brave XP's only category. And we got all 3 turns because we managed to do it within the 12 turns. So that gets us all 3 of the turn missions. Not bad for the first Claire. So we're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.